Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi guys, my name is Neha Aswin. People know me as Neha. I'm from the fourth semester of Law Science Study Program of International Batam University. So, here I want to present a topic about characterization. First of all, thank you so much to Ms. Rina Syahriani Syahrullah, SHMCL PhD, and Ms. Nina Zahra Silviani, SHMH, who has provided a very comprehensive material for one semester in private international law class. So guys, characterization. Do you know what is that? I cannot hear your voice, friends. Hi, I know what is that characterization. Really? Can you explain to us, please? Sure. Before explaining the meaning, let's get to know the term. In Indonesia, it is known as qualification, and internationally, it is known as characterization. I agree with you. And guys, characterization is to classify a colloquial term into legal terms or classification of an event or legal relationship that occurs in the system of civil law rules. Do you have a case to make it easier to understand? Yes, I had. This special for my viewers. So guys, the case that I took was a real case of decision number 274 PK/PDT/2003, where this case is case of private international law. Why is that? Because there are foreign elements which the parties to the litigation differ in nationality. So guys, happy watching the video!
Prada is a brand that has been registered in the applicant's country of origin, namely Italy, since 1977, and has also been registered in various countries such as Luxembourg, United States of America, Japan, France, Germany and several other countries in the world. Prada also wanted to register its trademark in Indonesia. When Prada wanted to register its trademark rights in Indonesia, it turned out that another party had registered the Prada and logo trademark on March 16, 1995. Under number 329,217 for goods class 18 and dated March 15, 1995 under number 328,996 for goods. The party is PT. Manggala Putra Perkasa. PT Manggala Putra Perkasa, MPP, is a fashion company from West Jakarta. MPP sells products such as clothing, belts and shoes. Unsatisfied, Prada sued PT. Manggala Putra Perkasa in the Central Jakarta District Court. However, it was rejected on the grounds that Indonesia uses a first-to-file system, which means that the registration of a mark will only be granted to the party who first submitted a request for registration for a mark. Not provide registration for a mark that has similarities with the mark that was submitted earlier to the third party. Others for similar goods, services. Then, because they were dissatisfied, Prada filed an appeal to the Supreme Court. At this level, Prada SA again lost on the grounds of administrative defects due to the wrong address, which resulted in invalid calls. The refusal of the lawsuit made Prada SA take a method by registering a review of its lawsuit to the Supreme Court. Prada was registered and used long before the Prada MPP brand was registered through the Indonesian Trademark Authority.
However, Prada did not first register its trademark in Indonesia so that MPP's registration of the Prada mark was verified.
Prada brand and logo have been registered in various countries. It is clear that PT. Manggala Putra Perkasa deliberately uses the Prada brand to make a profit without promoting it because the Prada brand is well known in various countries including Indonesia.
That according to the judge's consideration. Whereas based on the final decision of the Supreme Court of the Republic of Indonesia number 150K/PDT/1984 it states, registration/users of the same mark, both in letter and in writing, are the same as marks belonging to other people, shall be qualified as registrations in bad faith. that even these reasons can be justified, because the Judex Facti has wrongly applied the law and did not apply the provisions properly, so that there was a judge's error or a real error. The district court incorrectly applied the law, stating that the Prada SA mark was not well known, because it was contrary to reality. In Indonesia, consumers are very familiar with Prada as a well-known brand from Italy, and these goods can be found in genuine. So the judge ruled that, granted the request for reconsideration from the petitioner for judicial review, Prada SA, formerly known as Prefel SA. The canceling the decision of the Supreme Court number 2413K/PDT/1999 dated April 26, 2001, and the decision of the Central Jakarta District Court number 200/PDT.G/1998/PNJKT.PST. January 8, 1999. Rejudicing. 1. Granting the plaintiff's claim in its entirety. 2. Declaring that the plaintiff is the owner of the famous Prada brand and logo in Indonesia. 3. To declare that the registration of the Prada mark and logo registered number 328,996 and 329,217 on behalf of defendant I have the same principal similarities with the well-known Prada brand and logo belonging to the plaintiff. 4. Canceling the registration of the registered Prada mark and logo number 328,996 and 329,217 on behalf of defendant I from the General Register of Marks.
In the end, the Prada brand won the lawsuit, and we are legally in Indonesia after taking various legal remedies. Courts must characterize the case as required and allocate each component to the appropriate legal classification, each of which will have one or more accompanying choice of rule of law. Let's get acquainted with legal terms before characterizing the cases we have seen.
So guys, lex patria in conflict of laws is the system of public law applied to a lawsuit if a choice is to be made between two or more laws that would change the outcome. Lex arbitri is the law that applies to arbitration, including internal and external issues related to the procedural nature of an arbitration process. Next is lex domicile. This is the law of the domicile by which the rights of persons are sometimes governed, as where a person dies leaving personal property. Lex falcidia was a Roman law of 40 BC that allowed a testator to dispose only up to 3/4 of his or her estate. The testator could not deprive the legitimate heirs of the other fourth. Lex foria is Latin for the laws of a forum and is a legal term used in the conflict of laws to refer to the laws of the jurisdiction in which a legal action is brought. Lex loci is the law of the country in which a transaction is performed, a tort is committed, or a property is situated. Lex loci contractus is the law of the place where a contract was made or to be performed. Okay guys, let's make it simple. So, lex loci damne is the law of the place of the injury. Next is lex loci solutionis. That is the law of the place of performance of a contract. Lex Longabordorum is the early medieval codification of the customary law of the Lombard. Lex Mercatoria is a merchant law which belongs to the third order of laws and doesn't include national or national law but is a combination of characteristics of both. Lex Neminum coget et fonasu inutila peragenda is the law force no one to do vain or useless things. And then is lex non coget impossibilia is the law doesn't require impossible things. Lex non scripta. Lex non scripta or unwritten law, all the law which don't come under the definition of written law,
It is composed principally of the law of nature, the law of nations, the common law, and customs. Lex recitae is the law of the place where the thing in dispute is situated. Lex scripta oral written. This consists of the Constitution of the United States or U.S. Constitution of the several states, the acts of the different legislatures as the acts of Congress, and of the legislatures of the several states and of treaties. And lex solutionis is the law of the place of performance. Lex talionis is the law of retaliation, an example of which is given in the law of Moses, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, and etc. Lex terrae is the law of the land. The press is used to distinguish this from the civil of Roman law. And last is lex vigilantibus favet is the law sustains the watchful.
Prada is a brand established under Italian law, domiciled in Milano, Italy. Prada has registered its brand in various countries, and wants to register its brand in Indonesia. However, when it comes to registering its brand, a company called Manggala Putra Perkasa, MPP, has registered a brand with the same logo that Prada has in Indonesia. MPP is a company established under Indonesian law and domiciled in Jakarta. So, being dissatisfied, Prada sued MPP in the Jakarta District Court. So, we can conclude that Prada is a brand that was established under Italian law, domiciled in Milano, Italy. Prada has registered its brand in various countries, and wants to register its brand in Indonesia. However, when it comes to registering its brand, a company called Manggala Putra Perkasa, MPP, has registered a brand with the same logo that Prada has in Indonesia. MPP is a company established under Indonesian law and domiciled in Jakarta. So, being dissatisfied, Prada sued MPP in the Jakarta District Court. And from the case, I have characterized A. Lex Patriae of Prada, Italian law. B. Lex Domicile of Prada, Italian law. C. Lex Loci Damni, Indonesian law. D. Lex Patriae of Manggala Putra Perkasa, Indonesian law. E. Lex Domicile of Manggala Putra Perkasa, Indonesian law. F. Lex Fori, Indonesian law.
After the case is entered and has been characterized, they will make questions, which are called incidental questions. And who makes the incidental question? Is that one that become lex fori. What questions are called incidental questions? First, like, do we have jurisdiction to try this case? The answer could be yes or no. For example, Indonesia has private international law, and the private international law of Indonesia said it was allowed to prosecute the parties to the litigation resided in Indonesia. Second question is, what is the legal issue? From my case is intellectual property right, or we can call like main problem. Next, which law will be applicable to intellectual property right is known as lex causae or choice of law.
So we can conclude characterization and to find foreign elements. So the step is incoming cases, characterize, and then an incidental question. That's all for me about characterization. Sorry if there is a mistake, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.